parrots are colorful, you need to check out Tammy's Wardrobe. Now back to the Pet Project with your always well-dressed host, Tammy Trujillo.
Okay, I may not be Tammy Trujillo, but I'm well-dressed too. Come on, I need a little props here. One of our production assistants right here, he's Ben Magnet. He's just shaking his head. No, you're not. No, you're not. I'll take that, Ben. Thank you. I'm Alan Bailey. I'm sitting in for Tammy Trujillo today, who is out sick with the flu. But Tammy will be back next week, New Year's Eve, right here on the Pet Project. On the phone with us right now from the Wildlife Way Station, it's Martine Collette. And Martine, we were talking about some of the different expenses that you guys have up there, but what's something that really you wouldn't think that you guys would have to take care of up there? I know that you guys are expanding, but what's another unexpected cost of the way station right now?
Well, insurance, for example. I always feel so bad that when people think about hard costs for animal care, no one ever thinks about insurance. And it's, we can't operate without having vehicle insurance, for example, property insurance should somebody get hurt on a property. It's a very expensive proposition, and it's certainly not expected.
Absolutely.
And you can't not have it. We've got, winters always provide extra needs. Example, we have to winterize all of our birds. In the summer and spring, the birds are open to the elements. Come wintertime, we need to wrap certain sections of their enclosures or their flight cages so that they're windproofed and the birds have a warm environment to get away into if they want to.
Absolutely. And that's the thing is, as far as insurance, you have a very, very, very large facility. We're not talking about a few acres here. How many acres is the facility at right now?
It's a 162-acre facility, and we have, I think, our largest animals are bison and Kodiak bear, and of course our smallest are the little bitty birds and genet cats and things like that. So we have a plethora of different needs. Shavings, basic shavings for bedding. It's an ongoing cost. Trash. We have no city trash pickup.
Yeah.
And we have roll-off dumpsters that must be emptied at least weekly, if not more frequent. So the costs have a tendency to surprise everybody, because when somebody thinks about animals, they'll say, well, what does it cost to feed? And here's what it costs to feed, but this is what it needs to be able to have a facility to feed the animals in.
Absolutely. And that's the thing is you're talking about 400 plus animals. First off, the food's got to be astronomically high. And then when you're talking about garbage pickup, you have 400 animals and their remainings, their droppings that need to be taken care of as well. So
absolutely,
it adds up pretty quick. It really does.
I wish that there was some use for animal droppings. I actually have a very funny story. The phone rang one day, and one of the volunteers answered it, and she looked at me and she said, well, there's a Mr. Robert Wagner on the phone for you. And I said to her, well, the only Robert Wagner I know is an actor, and he certainly would not be calling me. I don't know him, and he doesn't know me. But with this, I reached my hand out and took the phone from the volunteer, and the voice comes on, and he says, oh, yes, I would. It was Robert Wagner.
Wow.
And guess what he wanted?
What did he want?
He wanted some lion manure, a mountain lion manure, to see if it would keep the deer away.
Really?
And that was an excellent thought, except our local deer don't understand. The deer in Beverly Hills, they don't understand African lion manure.
Yeah.
So it didn't work.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
Yeah, and you've got to freshen it up a lot, and so there is really no use for the kind of manure we have here.
Yeah, not even as fertilizer.
Not even as it's a very hot fertilizer, and they would have to do a lot of things to it. I'm not sure exactly the process, But they
Yeah.
have, the dairy farms, they've got the horse stables, and they generally use, those kinds of fertilizers.
Absolutely. And if you want to help the Wildlife Waste Station, how can people help financially?
People can join and become a member of the Wildlife Waste Station. One of the most gratifying ways that people can help is to sponsor an animal, whether they sponsor it for the day, for the week, for the month, for the year. Every little bit helps, because that is a cash flow that helps us bring immediate needs onto the facility. They, of course, can send a donation anytime they wish to send a donation. We are allowed to have dinner parties at the Wildlife Waste Station under certain circumstances for donors that would like to visit the facility, and we can certainly make arrangements for very special group of guests. But the economy has hit everybody very hard.
Absolutely.
And I know people cannot do it, but I receive these heartfelt letters. I wish it could be more. I wish I could help. But my family is also struggling.
Absolutely.
So, I had a lovely, lovely letter from about a 9-year-old young lady, and she said, if everybody would just send in $1 to the Wildlife Waste Station, everybody, the waste station's problems would be over.
And that's what you, our listeners can do. You can text wildlife to 20222 on your cell phone to instantly make a $10 donation that'll show up on your next cell phone bill. Martine, thank you so much for coming on the Pet Project today.
CRN travelers relax at the beautiful Fountain Grove Inn and